Attention, administrator, the network connection has been re-established. Would you like to reconnect to the previous session? Yes. Are you back? Yes. Do these messages talk to you? Oh, ich truste dem jetzt einfach mal. Ich stell die Frage gar nicht erst, weil sonst geht die Verbindung wieder in den Arsch, nur wegen ein paar Messages. Not talk. I get operating system messages and things. I've been trying to figure out how this place works. Sometimes it seems like there's a purpose to everything, other times not that much. Not so much. I think we must be plugged into some kind of machine. I think something else is going on. What else could possibly explain all this? I don't believe in demons and evil wizards. I think this is some kind of punishment. I think we are prepared for something. Think something has gone badly wrong? Perhaps you have it right after all? Don't believe in anything anymore. Das hier. I suppose that would explain a lot. Listen, there's something else. Maybe it can help us. Suppose we are in some kind of computer program. These things always have a backdoor, right? I think I have found it. I think we can escape. There's this keyword I found repeated all over the place. Just know how to use it. What is it? Swear not to go anywhere without me, and I tell you. MLA process.bat logged into this session. Wait, what is that? Are you doing that to my terminal? I don't think this is a good idea. Warum hat sich da eine Batch-Datei eingeloggt? The fuck? Batch-Dateien sind doch weird.
Man ought to know that from nothing else but the brain come joys, delights, laughter, and sports, and sorrows, griefs, despondency, and lamentations. And by this, in a special manner, we acquire wisdom and knowledge, and see and hear, and know what are foul and what are fair, what are bad and what are good, what are sweet and what unsavory. Some we discriminate by habit, and some we perceive by their utility. By this we distinguish objects of relish and disrelish, according to the seasons, and the same things do not always please us. And by the same organ we become mad and delirious, and fears and terrors assail us, some by night and some by day, and dreams and untimely wanderings, and cares that are not suitable, and ignorance of the present circumstances, desuetude and unskillfulness. Chest and brain. The human brain is a machine for coming to conclusions. If it cannot come to conclusions, it is rusty. When we hear of a man too clever to believe, we are hearing of something having almost the character of a contradiction in terms. It is like hearing of a nail that was too good to hold down a carpet, or a bolt that was too strong to keep a door shut. Man can hardly be defined after the fashion of Carlyle as an animal who makes tools. Ants and beavers and many other animals make tools, in the sense that they make an apparatus. Man can be defined as an animal that makes dogmas, as he piles doctrine on doctrine and conclusion on conclusion in the formation of some tremendous scheme of philosophy and religion. He is, in the only legitimate sense of which the expression is capable, becoming more and more human. When he drops one doctrine after another in a refined skepticism, when he declines to tie himself to a system, when he says that he has outgrown definitions, when he says that he disbelieves in finality, when, in his own imagination, he sits as God, holding no form of creed but contemplating all, then he is by that very process sinking slowly backwards into the vagueness of the vagrant animal and the vagrant animals and the unconsciousness of the grass. Trees have no dogmas. Turnips are singularly broad-minded. Bronstein brain. The human brain is a product of the development of matter, and at the same time is an instrument for the cognition of this matter. Gradually, it adjusts itself to its function, tries to overcome its limitations, creates ever new scientific methods, imagines ever more complex and exact instruments, checks its work again and yet again, step by step, penetrates into previously unknown depths, changes our conception of matter without, though, ever breaking away from this basis of all that exists. Neuroscience. Physiological history. Volunteers suffered a blood clot during infancy, which resulted in a left hemisphere stroke. Expected results: in normal adults, the left hemisphere is used for language and other cognitive functions. Extensive damage to this part of the brain usually results in severe cognitive deficiencies. Keine Ahnung. Observed result: volunteer is now 17 years old and displays only very subtle cognitive deficiency. Das war das Wort. MRIs indicate little to no activity on the left hemisphere, suggesting its usual functions have been taken on by neuron sets on the right. In the right. Volunteer's age at the time of the stroke may have helped the brain to adapt. Unterschiedliche Definitionen vom Gehirn, und das da unten ist, glaube ich, gar nicht mal so verkehrt. So von wegen, unser Gehirn hilft sich selbst, wenn es nicht weiter kann. Also in dem Fall Schlaganfall auf der linken Hälfte und dann hat die rechte Hälfte einfach mitgeholfen. Die Fälle gibt's wirklich, also den Fall. Mit dem von wegen, dass halt nur eine Seite irgendwie funktioniert aufgrund eines Schadens in der Kindheit und das dann nachgehalten wird. Just look at this view. There may be a lot that I don't understand, but I know this is beautiful. Definitiv ja. Beautiful ist es auf jeden Fall. Bin ich hier nicht schon mal rumgerannt? Ah ne, hier bin ich gestartet, ne? Ja genau, hier habe ich angefangen. Aber ich bin hier nicht reingegangen. Ne, habe ich nicht. Sekunde. Doch. Hä? 7? Komisch, ich hab's anscheinend nicht gelesen. Hab ich das nicht gelesen? Tell me of the fearsome demons of Duat, the dying man said to the wise scribe. Though their terrible forms are loathsome to behold, they are not evil, for they are the servants of the gods. Truly, they are the blessed doorkeepers and guardians of the holy paths. Their charge is to judge whether we are worthy to pass the gates that lead to Aru. And so they challenge us with riddles or in combat. Is this true of all the beings that live in the Duat? Some say that it is not so. that it is not so. That there are ancient gods whose names have been forgotten, and spirits of darkness whose name none have ever known, and that these must be avoided at all costs. But others say that these too serve a greater purpose in ways that Osiris has not revealed to us. And what of the hidden paths that are taken by when the corrupted file? What is the point of being alive? I know, it's an old question and not one that's easy to answer. But I mean, if you're reading this, you're alive. And someday, you will stop being alive. Both of these facts are incontrovertible. So what about it then? Don't you wonder? Do you just want to go from not existing to not existing again without even considering why? You, right now, as you sit there reading this, why do you exist? What is the purpose of your life? Do you have one? Should you have one? Is it better to have a purpose or not? When you approach death, will you feel that your life had meaning? If so, why? If not, why not? What defines whether a life was good or not? It may seem abstract right now, but that moment, just before death, will come. It is inevitable. If you don't ask yourself these questions, how will you face that moment? Coming soon. From Rob McLean, Institute of Applied Pneumatics. To Mom. Coming soon, your son in 3D. Hi Mom. I promise I'll be home soon. Maybe a couple of weeks? I know. But what we are doing here is important. And the team needs my help. I'm not going to wait until it's too late. I promise. But there's so much we have to set up. So much that has worked for a very, very long time. Besides, I've always wanted to work on one of these supercomputers, and believe me, EEL is pretty much the best there is. And the team, Mom, it's like I'm working with rock stars and mad geniuses, except nobody heard of them outside of science journals, of course, but Dad would be totally geeking out if he knew. Maybe I can tell him about it soon, huh? Love, Rob. Ich glaube ja, dass wir in EEL gefangen sind und dass wir die Mitarbeiter sind, die jetzt unsere eigenen Texte lesen. Kann das sein? Cool wär's. Ja, ich muss erstmal hier rankommen. Hier ist sonst nichts, ne? Das ist, wollte ich gern vorher geklärt haben. Ja, das Rätsel ist schon gelöst, keine Angst. Das dauert nicht lange. Ich will nur sicher gehen, dass ich nichts übersehen habe. Ja, schon. Du musst leider zuerst ran. So. 1. 2. Zack. Ja, ich weiß. Du bist noch nicht aktiv. Aber jetzt. Goddammit! Gut. Andere Geschichte. Drauf, komm. So. So. Sehr gut. Alternative Lösung for the win. Ja, ich hab C freigeschaltet, das ist cool. Und ich kann, glaube ich, von dem Punkt aus nicht den Dings erreichen. Den, Obelisken. Oder? Habe ich dich gelöst? Nö, ich glaube nicht.